classic silver bracelet. Ooh, we have these Byzantine bangles. Enjoyable. Those are pretty nice. So some pretty good things here still to come, so you don't want to go away. Excited to tell you about these next rings, however, because for the price, I was blown away at this value. This is big, thick, dense, chunky, woven Byzantine in a band ring that we're topping off with your choice of either blue topaz or amethyst. And it's under $50. I'm sorry, this is a ring that looks like it should cost so much more than $48.76. I don't know about you, or at the very least, if I'm gonna spend $48 and change on a ring like this, I'm thinking, is it a real stone? Is it real silver? And the answer to both of those questions is yes. What we have here is precious metal sterling silver in a Byzantine band by our woven experts. We work with this one manufacturer in Turkey, and they do it better than anybody. They intricately, intertwine all of these links. They hammer it down. You can see the density that's going on in this particular ring. Then we top it off with a gorgeous quality stone. Here is your amethyst. It's a medium purple color, really lovely if you're a purple girl, if you're a February baby. It's luscious. This ring is very simplistic in its design. We've taken the Byzantine and made a band out of it, and we've plopped an oval stone on top. And yet, it looks so chic and so fresh and so updated and so modern. And I love that you're getting all of those elements. And it's not $248 and change, it's under $50. You'll love the weight and feel and thickness of that silver. I do not think you need to go up a size on this ring. While the consistency and thickness of the band does continue all the way around your finger, it's not really overly thick. It's not really wide. So I would stay true to your size on this one, okay? Just listen to me on that one. Get your regular size on this ring. In terms of carat weight, you're looking at 2.6 carats on your amethyst. It's 3.5 carats on your blue topaz. For the blue topaz stone, they really kind of used more of your sky blue shade, which is beautiful. I personally really love that sky blue color because I think when you put it next to the icy sterling silver, it's just fabulous together. But I also have to say sky blue also reminds me a little bit of your aquamarine. So if you're a March baby and maybe aquamarine stones are a little bit out of your budget, you could always use a fairer shade or a paler shade of your blue topaz as a very nice substitute for that. I think you could get away with that no problem. It's a great ring, isn't it? Feminine, interesting, comfortable to wear. There's that band that I was talking about. I'll tell you, one of the nice things about having the thickness and the density and the kind of like hammering of all those links together so it's nice and tight makes it a really durable ring on the underside. Sometimes when you're wearing rings, like even with my wedding set, and they're just so skinny, like they really get, you ding them on the table, they mark up easily, you never quite, feel like there's a lot of strength behind the underside. But when you have something like that, it's really strong, it feels really good. 700 of these rings just ordered, so you're loving it. I loved it too. I thought it was really pretty. All you have to choose is your favorite stone. Do you love the blues? Or do you love those purples? One nice thing with the purple, you can kind of see, I went with the Radiant Orchid colored nail polish tonight. Look how pretty, your purples and your Radiant Orchids are together. So if you are somebody who wants to pick up on some of those fashion trends, it doesn't have to be a whole outfit. It could be your nail polish. It could be a belt. It could be a great pair of shoes. It could be a cute scarf, a little pop of color in a handbag. But if you're looking for a color to work back to that Radiant Orchid, that purple color, I think, is really a lovely choice. Beautiful quality stone here. I think what we love about both the amethyst and the blue topaz is how those stones sparkle. Aren't gemstones beautiful? Isn't it amazing that these are things that come from the earth? Deep down, in these mines that they have to, go down into the earth and excavate and dig and bring out these geodes and hope that they find the right gemstone quality. They find lots of material down there, but is it good enough to be used in jewelry? Then it has to be be polished? What happens? What grade is it? I mean, it's really fascinating when you think of how much these little stones have been through to get to this end result in this beautifully designed ring. I think this ring is feminine. I think it's, you know, easy to wear on your hand. I think, you know, if you wanted to put a little micro pave band around it, you could, but I don't think it needs it. I love the texture story that you're seeing here in the Byzantine, and I love just seeing the beauty of that stone simply mounted right on top. By the way, I was talking about those bangle bracelets that are coming up. So, just so you see, we have that coming up as well. Super affordable, you won't believe it. So that's a Byzantine bangle still to come. Isn't that a nice combination? And now let me show you our amethyst choice here in this ring. We're getting limited in what we can ship out straight away. So if you want to get it sooner than later, if you don't want to wait till May, if you need it for a birthday gift, if you need it for Mother's Day, if you need it for Easter, if you need it for a graduation, that's the end of April, definitely make sure that you're dialing in, because our advanced order is in May. So that means you won't get it till probably after Memorial Day. And if you don't want to wait, or if you're going to miss your deadline, or if you're going to miss the birthday, don't miss the birthday. You want to make sure that you're dialing in for the ring. But I wanted you to see how beautiful, same factory actually that's making the Byzantine ring, made these beautiful Byzantine bangles for us too. That's a really beautiful combination of two great pieces of jewelry, don't you think? So 5 through 10 are your sizes. If you'd like the ring, you can wear this on your middle finger, looks equally well. You can use it on the ring finger. Are you a purple or a blue girl? Pick out which one you love. It's a sale price for under $50. Here are those bracelets, these beautiful slip-on Byzantine bangles. They're brand new today. I know they've already been popular, between $54 and $64 depending on the size that you choose. The yellow is actually all advanced orders at this point. And in the large, silver is advanced order. J290259 is your item number there. So really our biggest, boldest silver piece in my time with you is coming up. I mean, if you're somebody who loves just that big statement cuff, we have it for you. Great price. It's right after this.
Join QVC live from LA for a star-studded celebration of all things red carpet. Celebrate red carpet style live from the Four Seasons Hotel Los Angeles, Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern on QVC.
Spring Fashion Days. Mix, match, and layer a palette of colors, patterns, and must-have styles for the season. Spring Fashion Days, starting Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern, all day Monday and Tuesday.
I'm talking nail polish colors. People ask me all the time, you know, like top 3 questions I get on Facebook, you know, can you show pictures of your family? You know, where did you get your shoes? And what color nail polish were you wearing? And this color nail polish is by Shellac, and it's called Tango Passion. It's brand new for spring. They make it in their Vinyl Luxe line too. All right? Tango Passion, everybody. I heard you say it, Travis. You're memorizing it, aren't you? Okay. All right, I just had to show you too, I do have some black spinel coming up, and I just couldn't wait. So that is, wow, right? All right, so that's coming up. All right, let's talk about this piece. This piece to me is the reason why I used to love to shop on a big Bonanza silver event. Because if I was going to get a big, bold piece of silver, then I was going to get it on this day. And so of my time with you, this is about as big, bold silver as we're going to get. We have other beautiful things. If you want a little more ladylike touch of diamond, I have that for you. But I mean, this is for those of you who are the statement makers. You like the bold, big jewelry. You go big or go home. You want a big, chunky piece. You're going to spend your money on that one killer piece. You can't wait to get your hands on it. So that's what we have for you here. Let me tell you a couple things about this piece, okay? This is done using the electroform process. It's used in gold, we use it in silver. But what we've done here And you hear how this isn't like clunking tin-like? So this is electroform, which gives us this beautiful, bold, super smooth, luxurious shell of silver, but then we actually inject that hollow core with resin. Why do we do that? I'm gonna show you. Ready? I'm gonna drop this on the table, Mike, telepathing what I'm doing. Ready? Okay, so why is that a big deal? Because it has that resin core, it's gonna keep this beautiful piece from denting and getting scratched up. It's still gonna get fingerprints on it like I just did, but it's gonna make it a more investment piece for a lifetime because it has some structure to it. Electroform is beautiful because it gives you bold looks that are lightweight, they're hollow, and they can dent really easily. So why would I ask you to spend $249 on this bracelet if I knew the first time you banged it or sneezed the wrong way, it was gonna be dented? That whole resin process is actually very expensive. It is not us cheapening out, trying to give you less for your money. We're actually giving you more. We're trying to make sure that you know we're doing everything we can so that you're getting a good investment piece out of this piece of sterling silver. It's on Easy Pay. This has that wonderful hinge, which I love. It makes it so easy for you to put on and take off. This comes in small, average, and large. In this bracelet, I would wear the small, okay? And sometimes I wear a small in some brands and designers, and sometimes I wear an average. In this one, I would take the small because, again, this isn't something I want loose to be like moving around. I want to keep that big, chunky look right on top, and so for me, the small fits best. Love this little hinge, makes it super easy just to take off when you put these bracelets on. You know, always want to kind of put them on the soft spot of your wrist. So grab it, put it on, and you are good to go. It's a great piece. You're going to love the feel of it because it has that injection on the inside of the resin. What you're also going to love here is that it feels substantial. It feels good on the wrist, not overly heavy. You don't have to be as cautious in case it gets, banged on the table. That's not to say that if you ran your car over it, something wouldn't happen to it, but you have more insurance now that for day-to-day wear, this bracelet is going to stay looking gorgeous. Look at the retail value on this too. I just want to point that out. Between $390 and $400 and something dollars, we have a great price. That is what this Big Bonanza Silver Day is all about. It's giving you those looks that you've wanted, giving you those wish list opportunities with great prices, with lots of good easy pay, so that you can really build that jewelry box that you've always wanted to pull from. So if you're a high polished sterling silver girl, I have to tell you, that's me. I've never been one for lots of diamond cutting. I've never been one with crazy finishes. I love a high polished surface, especially in a cuff like this. It gleams, it shines, it's gorgeous. J290417 is your item number. All right, here is another bold look for you, and this is from our Argento Nuovo collection. So Argento Nuovo is where we are taking, again, those beautiful beads of silver, and they're actually formed over a resin core, so that you have, it's all sterling silver on the outside. The core of it is resin, so now those beads aren't gonna dent. They're not gonna warp out of shape. And what we've done there is we've interspersed genuine gemstone beads in between our Argento Nuovo beads. So that's a choice of a bracelet or a necklace. I'm not sure what those gemstones are, Sean. Lapis I can see. What's the light blue one? Milky Aqua, thank you. J290933. So is that $89 for that necklace? That is a killer price for lapis or Milky Aqua. For a necklace, $79 or $89, depending on the length. Wow! And that has a magnetic closure. Those are good. That's a good piece, guys. Don't miss that one. Check it out over on QVC.com if you need a little more information. Oh, this next ring. I love this next ring. Okay, so isn't this a nice one? Angela, I love this ring. Very designer-esque, I think. don't be surprised if when you wear this, people ask you if it's a certain designer, because it definitely has that kind of high-end cable designer feel. This is this interlocking textured ring. This comes to us from Vicenza Silver, so this is all made in Italy. You have these interlocking, highly polished and cabled textured designs. It tapers in the shank so that it goes down while you have a big, bold presence on the top of your hand. It's all about comfort on the underside. This is your opportunity to get that all silver ring. That's another thing that I remember in my early days of not only working here at QVC, but shopping the big Bonanza silver sale. You know, I'd have my little budget and what could I buy and what was I looking for. I loved finding new silver rings. I don't know what it is, but I love a great silver ring. This is a great silver ring. It looks so designer. It looks so expensive. It looks special. It doesn't look like just, oh, this little dome of silver. I mean, you have texture here, the way it's all integrated into each other. There's a little bit of an equestrian feel to this. It's really comfortable. I want to show you how this tapers down on the back, because while you have this boldness here, look how comfortable it is there. I can open and close my hand. I mean, this is definitely a ring if you want to do it as a middle finger ring. And look too, you know, pretty flush to the finger. So while you have texture and certainly a little dimension going on here, it's nothing that's really going to get in the way. This is a great piece of jewelry. If you've been in the market for a new silver ring, maybe that right hand ring, this is one I would absolutely consider. Another great gift item too. You know, if your daughter loves silver jewelry, this might be a great piece for her. Maybe you have even a pair of beautiful designer earrings that are done in that cable motif. Won't this be a nice ring to tie it all together? It also is very weighty. So I also think it's important for you to know, you might look at it and be like, gosh, $69 for that ring? That seems a little higher than I would expect. Wait till you feel it. I mean, this is not a flimsy, light, hollow ring. This is all solid, cast sterling silver. They took liquid silver, melted molten silver, poured it into a mold, fired it at high temperature so that it hardened, and then they release it. So you've got, you know, a big chunk there of metal. I was dropping it on the table. I get into that a lot. But I mean, it's this big chunky piece that has a really nice weight to it. These are pieces that I'm proud to present to you, because I really feel like when you get your box, and we're busy on the phone, so if you could use automated ordering, that would be great. When you get these pieces at home, when you open up the box, when you feel it for the first time, I just feel like it's really going to exceed your expectation. I know on television, you can't really tell how is it going to feel or how heavy is that piece going to be. The beauty here is it's going to exceed your expectation. You might think that because there's openness that it's going to be a lightweight. It's not. Solid, heavy, bold, flattering on the hand too, don't you think? The movement that you're seeing there. And remember, it tapers down so you can open and close your hands. If you're playing piano, if you're working on your phone, if you're typing on your keyboard, you're driving your car, pretty good looking ring. So you can do all of the things that you need to do. I didn't even put on your winter gloves. I'm not going to put that in the universe anymore. I'm over it. A friend of mine posted on Facebook, "Dear Winter, I'm breaking up with you. You've put me through too much and I can't take it anymore." I'm with that. But you know, I mean, this is that ring that really, regardless of season, spring, summer, fall, winter, it's going to look good all the time. It's a ring people will notice. It's a ring people will compliment you on. I think, you know, based on how popular it is and how busy we are on the phones, you get it. Like, you recognize this look. You realize how upscale this is. Over 500 of these now have been ordered. I think that when you get this at home, you'll be so pleased. And maybe it sort of starts you in a new direction. Maybe you don't have a lot of a textured cable look. What I also love about this is we didn't oxidize that cable, so it doesn't look too dark or heavy. It's just all silver. Good, good, good. I love that one. J290051. So these earrings were very, very popular today. They come in 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inches. Very popular. Which ones are on advanced order, Sean? The 1-inch size advanced order. All of them are under $40, and they're J290160 if you're interested in those. Well, for those of you who were interested in that great Byzantine ring that we showed you a little while ago, here's that Byzantine bracelet that I was showing to you at the same time. These have been very popular today. Over 3,400 of these have been ordered. J290259 is your item number here. And this is just that classic, easy, slip-on bangle. It's good, right? It's a good look, comfortable styling, but how cool to have the Byzantine that you've always loved, not in a kind of flat bracelet, but now in this great slip-on bangle. Here's exactly what they've done. They've woven the Byzantine like they would as if they were going to be putting a lobster claw clasp on the end, but then they actually solder it on top of a silver bangle. So there you can kind of see from the side, you have your silver bangle in the center, you have your beautiful Byzantine on top, and whether you want it in the silver or the rose or the yellow, you have all three options here, and they're under $65. The only way you can get this right now is if you need the small in the rose or the silver, okay? So if you can wear the small size in rose and silver, you're going to get it right away. And there's only a few dozen to go around. Otherwise, all of the other sizes that we have, average and large, are all going to be advanced orders that will ship out to you in May. And here's what I just want to throw into the universe. You don't have to do this, but at these prices, on a day like today, if you've always dreamed of owning tricolor bangle bracelets, don't look at those, just look at these. Here's your way. You could do all three of them. Let's say you need the 8-inch, so you could get all three of those bracelets for right around $200. When you and I both know that if you were to try to buy one of these in a store, you'd be lucky to find one for less than $200. And if these were in gold, you're looking at thousands. So look how gorgeous they are. They're textured. Even if you've never been that big of a fan of the Byzantine itself, doesn't it look great in a bangle bracelet like this? I think that is, I mean, again, great example of what our buyers do. Finding new, what's innovative, what can we do, what are you all wanting, how can we make it better? Angela is still wearing that gorgeous ring. So that one, what's that? You kept it on. So look how pretty it is if you picked up that Byzantine ring, and how nice it is to have the Byzantine bracelet. So you don't have to buy all three of those Byzantine bracelets. I mean, I was just making the suggestion. But you buy this Byzantine bracelet. That ring, by the way, is under $50, genuine gemstone. What a combination. Love this concept, love this idea, beautiful craftsmanship, and how fun too. Maybe you want to get it in the silver because you love your silver, but to be able to do it in the yellow or the rose, where those two pieces, if they were done in yellow gold or rose gold, would be a fortune. You can still have that look at a really affordable price. So we've now gone to advanced orders and everything. And let me just tell you too, when it comes to the sizing on these, I would get these in the small, all right? So you can kind of just see, here's the small on me, and here's how much room. The deal with a bangle like this is, the small, medium, and large are really more about, can it fit over your hand? And on this one, the small fits over my hand, no problem. I wear about a size 7 glove, if that helps any of you. If you have a bigger hand, then you need to get a bigger size bracelet, okay? Some of you can have small wrists and big hands, right? Some of you can have small hands and big wrists. So it really depends more on being able to fit this over your hand and then not being able to let it kind of fall off. This is the average on me, and I could probably wiggle that enough where it would just about come off. So for me, I would go with the small on this bracelet. Some of you use me as sort of a benchmark, so I just wanted to share that. As you look at it there on Miss Katia, I mean, beautiful piece. Layer this next to your watch. She's layered all three, my kind of gal, so you can see how pretty they are. Look at the diamond cutting that you see there. It's fabulous. So wait, we sold out of advanced orders too? In the large, only the rose is available in an advanced order. There's no second advanced orders. Yikes. So if you want the large in the rose, make sure you get it, because I don't have the large in the yellow or the silver. Okay? Still have average, still have small. Take a look at that. It's been popular all day. We're going to go say hi to Pam. She's joining us from Washington. Hi, Pam. How are you?
Really good.
Nice to meet you.
Well, nice to finally get to talk to you.
Thank you. What were you shopping for this evening?
Well, I love jewelry, and I'm buying the Byzantine bracelets, and I bought the wedding band earrings.
Oh, pretty. Which color did you choose in all of those things?
Silver.
Silver, just the classic silver.
Yes, it was a real hard choice between the rose gold and the silver, but I have a lot of silver, so I thought I'd get to use it more.
Good. What did you like about this Byzantine bracelet, Pam?
Well, I've bought from QVC Byzantine before, and it's just really nice and weighty, and it wears well. I'm really hard on it.
Okay.
And, you know, I wear it to work, and nothing happens to it.
Well, that's good. Glad
Yeah,
to
I
hear
think
that.
so.
Yeah, glad to hear that. Well, it sounds like you picked out some really beautiful things this evening, so your packages should be there in a week or so, and I hope that you're pleased when they arrive.
Oh, I'm going to be really excited.
Good. Well, thank you so much for keeping me company tonight.
Oh, glad to do it. And
Thank
to finally get to talk to you.
Oh, my pleasure. Have a great rest of your evening.
You have a great evening.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So if you're interested in these bracelets, remember we have them in the small, the average, and the large, but actually I only have large now in the rose. Okay, so if you need that large, only in the rose, the other two options are sold out. I still have small, I still have average in your yellow. This looks like a solid gold bracelet. The color is fabulous. Made in Turkey, that's J290259. And then here's that ring. So we started with 2,600 of those, only 700 to go around that can ship out right away. Excuse me, and that's between the two colors and the different sizes. And then here is our big, bold dome ring. This is all affinity diamonds in green, in yellow, in red, or blue. I mean, look at that. It's huge for $289. That is J292812. It's on Easy Pay, and it is available if you're interested. So when we wrap up with our silver event, we're going to be handing things over to our friend Amy Strand. She has a 2-hour inspired style, including these great items that I'm obsessed with called skinny tees, Amy.
You're not the only one obsessed, Jill, because these are actually based off of the best seller. So let me tell you what's going to happen at midnight, because it's a huge 2-hour show. We'll do inspired style at midnight for the first time and for 2 hours for the first time. And we officially get to show you the very first presentation of the today's special value. So they're called skinny tees. In this case, they're clearly skinny tanks. And you get a set of 2 for under $30, when normally 1 is sold for about $28 if you shop elsewhere. What makes these skinny tees is that it's really all about fit. There's not a shapewear to them. There's what we call smoothing wear, and it's one size fits all. So you get length that you want, you get modesty coverage where you want it, whether it's thighs, back, or if it's your chest. And let me show you the gorgeous spring palette the team has put together. So if you order melon, you're also if you order rose, I should say, you also would get the melon. Then this combo we've never done before. It's your blush and your nude. If you want to be summer ready, we've got navy and red coming to your home together. This is the one that I fell in love with. It is aqua and mint. And then lastly, because you can never go wrong with having a nice black tank and a nice white tank, we've got that as a color combo. But wait till you see all the shapes and sizes that will be represented at midnight, and how one size smooths and shapes all of us, and you get both of them for under 30. So that'll happen when we have our first ever 2-hour inspired style in 30 minutes.
I'm ordering 2 sets of the black and white and 1 navy and red. I'm telling you, let me just say one thing, and I know this, we're talking about silver. I was the biggest skeptic about those skinny tees. I saw Sean Killinger talk about them, and I'm like, yeah, right, she's a size 2. I'm not, I'm curvy, I've got a chest, I've got hips. That is never gonna work for me. And there was one hanging up in the one day, and I thought, I'm just gonna try it on, because, you know, nobody's here, and I'm just gonna see. I love these things. They're the best layering tank ever. So you should absolutely pick them up, and it really is like a one size fits most. Angela's actually wearing the pink one from the set coming up, so she's using it as a beautiful layering set. They are the best. It's not shapewear like Spanx. It smooths you a little, but like if you have a sweater that cuts down a little deep, or you have, you know, a wrap dress and you don't want to like show cleavage, or I always laugh and say, I had to read to my son's class this morning, like I don't want to bend over and have these kids be like, oh my eyes, right? So skinny tees to the rescue, it's all I'm saying. Okay, back to silver. Let's talk about a necklace that has been so popular today. We went to advanced orders on this necklace at like 10 o'clock this morning with my friend Pat James. This is the complement necklace to our bracelet today's special value. So if you picked up the bracelet today's special value earlier today, and now you've sort of been thinking, you know, it'd be pretty nice to have a matched set. We still have the necklaces available, but they have gone to advanced orders. The weight on these, fantastic. How about for an 18-inch necklace, 42 grams of sterling silver. For your 20-inch necklace, 46.5 grams. So you have a tremendous amount of weight here, a great look. I mean, forever and ever and ever. These are Rolo chains, and this really is the classic Rolo look. Rolos are like, you know, those paper chains that your kids make for the Christmas tree, where they take the strips and they kind of go in link by link like this, right? So imagine these start as flat strips of silver, and they create a circle that intertwines with a circle to another, to another, to another. The dimension on this is fabulous. The shine to these pieces, it's all high polished. Even the inside of these pieces is just gorgeous. Just a really beautiful, chunky, must-have forever piece of jewelry. Here is your oversized clasp, making it easy for you to take off and put on. This here, they've actually soldered that link in place. You might think, well, why is she pointing that out to me? The reason I want you to know that is sometimes on necklaces that piece is loose, and so it's hard to like get it just right when you're putting it on yourself. When it's fastened there, it's always nice and steady, so when you're putting the necklace on, it'll make it much easier for you to balance out. Just so you know, sometimes when I was holding this like here, it might look like it's a little bit twisted down there at the bottom, but as you can see, once it drapes out, it's beautiful. It's an absolutely great investment in your wardrobe. If you need a little more substantial everyday look to a necklace, this is the one you should consider. For this money, without question. This is a costume jewelry price in a lot of places. I worked in costume jewelry. My first job, before I got my first job in television, I graduated from the University of Missouri, MIZ, and my first job before I got my first job in television was at Macy's. It was Bullock's in Southern California, and the costume jewelry department. Why they hired me there, I had no idea, but let me tell you, boy, did it give me a great education in jewelry. And those classic necklaces, similar to what I'm wearing here, similar to this, even back then, in costume, were $89, $99. This is 20-some years later, in precious metal, beautifully crafted, for $179 for the real deal. I mean, when you think about the cost of inflation, you know what costume jewelry costs these days. It's just as expensive sometimes as its precious metal counterpart. So to be able to get this kind of a look and this kind of a weight and this kind of a style at this value, especially with Easy Pay, you know, we really pulled out all the stops for you today here so that you can get this beautiful piece of jewelry. You're wearing it day in and day out. It's going to look great with your summertime clothes. It's a piece that transitions beautifully back into fall. If we don't see summer for a little bit, you know, or spring temperatures, you know, start to creep in anytime soon, at least you've got this little pick-me-up that you know is going to be waiting for you by the time the summer season arrives. This is an advanced order. They ship out in May. We started with 5,000 of these for the day. There's 1,800 left. So that might sound like a lot, but when you think about it, you know, we've been busy with this all day long. This is the kind of necklace that, you know, if you don't want it to sort of kink up, always like unfasten it. Just make sure it's nice and straight, and then every time you put it on, it's going to be perfect time and time again. So it's a great look. It's a great style. It feels good. When you look at the way these links have been soldered into each other, you don't see any solder marks there. You don't see any lines. I like to point out all those little nitty-gritty details because, again, you know, you're going to be wearing this every day. You don't want there to be seams. You don't want to be any little solder globs or anything. Just want you to see everything about this piece is really well executed. And I think when you hear those gram weights, 42 grams in an 18-inch necklace, that's over 2 grams of silver in a necklace. Earlier I was talking about how in a bracelet, sort of the standard of, like, you know, it's a weighty piece is a gram of metal per inch. Well, in a necklace, it was half a gram per inch. So in these cases, for 18 inches, you know, gosh, if you were able to get 9 grams of metal, that's a pretty good deal. On this 18-inch necklace, we're giving you 42 grams. You're getting over a half an ounce of sterling silver in these necklaces. So beautiful craftsmanship, solid links, the bold look that you love, and to be able to get those two looks for under $200, pretty good. That's J290777. Well, here's one of my favorite items of the day. This was something that I picked out for all of you. It's our sterling bold textured curb link bracelet. It's J290939. This amazing hand-finished brushed look to these links. Heavy weight piece, that's that curb link that's classic and forever. You know, you have 21, 23, and 24 grams of silver there for 3 payments of easy pay in the rose, the yellow, or the white. J290939, all made in Italy. All right. Well, I was wearing this ring a little earlier. I showed it to you, but we haven't really given you any of the specifics on this ring yet. This is a really cool new way to do black spinel. And this is item number J290334. First of all, how about 5.5 carats of black spinel? This is a retail value of $190, and your sale price here is $104.96. So you can kind of see it looks a little geode-like, doesn't it? You know, when you see those geodes that are cracked open and then you see that kind of really cool sparkly landscape on the inside of the stone, that's kind of what's been created here. They're doing this essentially by taking a stone that when you cut a stone, it has a table on top and then it comes down to the point called the culet. What we've done, and usually you set the faceted flat part on top and the culet is down on the underside of the stone or the setting. What we've done here is we've flipped it so that the culet is now the bottom and the faceted, or excuse me, I'm getting myself confused. The table of the stone is now the bottom and that pointed culet, which is all faceted, is the top. So I think you can see the way this is done. You do have a lot of pave detail here, but there you can see how they've created all that faceting. So imagine if you just were to take those stones and turn them this way, that would normally be the bottom of the stone, and the part that's sticking into the silver is usually the top. We just kind of reversed it, completely faceted those stones, and then look at the sparkly payoff. It's a little edgy, but I kind of like that. You know, I think it's kind of cool. It's very different. It's very hip. I mean, if you're a gal who loves a great black leather jacket, whether it's a refined black leather jacket by Armani or it's a cool moto style black leather jacket, this is a great ring. It's sparkly. What's cool about black spinel, first of all, this is a natural of origin stone. A lot of people think that maybe black spinel is just like obsidian, which is basically a volcanic glass. That's not true. You know, spinel is a natural gemstone. It's mined in several locations around the world. Black spinel is a durable stone. It is a hard stone. And the reason why that is important is when you have a hard stone, you can really facet it. That's why diamonds are so brilliant, because we can facet the heck out of them. Well, guess what? The black spinel is a hard stone too, and we can facet the heck out of it. And by doing so, you have all of this tremendous reflection and sparkle, not just by day, but also by night. Light cue. And so as we bring down our lights, I want you to see how this stone still, with just the smallest little bit of light nearby, reflects and shimmers. Daylight, nightlight, candlelight, evening, a stroll in the dark with your hubby, walking hand in hand down the Champs-Élysées on a, weekend in Paris. This ring is going to be gorgeous. Look at a distance here. I mean, you can see, look at that. Would you look at that ring? Look at the way that light is just reflecting beautifully. I think we all have a little magpie in us. We all love things that sort of are really sparkly and just catch our attention. We're used to it only being with diamonds. How cool is it that we can get it in this jet black stone that we love, this color that we love, in this black spinel stone. It's a domed setting. By the way, I know that you're seeing those faceted points there. They're not sharp. I mean, they've got a little bit of a point to them, but it's not something that I've touched and I'm like, ooh. So I don't think you need to worry about it that way. And because it's a hard stone, you don't have to worry about those points really getting damaged. I always use the same example. If you run it over with your car, there might be an issue, but really what I think you'll find is it's just a really cool, fun, neat ring to wear. So that's J290334. Here's another kind of a pretty shimmery look for all of you. This is our Vicenza Silver Sterling Mirror Diamond Cut Wrapped Bead Chain Bracelet. Woo! Could they put any more words in that description? It's $59.86. We have a choice of colors there for you. So there's the rose, there's the yellow, there's the silver, or there's the black. Is that right? Did I say that right? Yeah. And that's J292837. All right, I'm excited that we have some time to share these pieces with you. I think these are fabulous. I've always loved beaded jewelry, whether it's silver beads, whether it's gemstone beads, whether it's pearls. I don't know, it's very tactile. I just like it. It always looks good. So what our buyers have done here is they've created a choice of beaded bracelets or necklaces. They've used these beautiful silver Argento Nuovo beads, and I'll tell you about those in a moment. But then they've interspersed in between those beads either genuine lapis lazuli, which is this royal blue stone that dates back thousands of years. It's been inlaid with the tombs of kings and queens of Egypt. They believe Cleopatra would grind up lapis and use it as eyeliner, so I often joke that lapis was the original bare minerals, okay? So it's this cobalt, gorgeous color. On the softer side, and very much on trend right now with what's going on a lot of the color palettes in fashion, this is milky aquamarine. So it's from the beryl family. This is an aquamarine stone. However, when you mine aquamarine, there will be part of those large boulders that are gem quality and part that are going to be more opaque. It's the more opaque that are the milky stones, right? They just didn't develop the clarity of the higher gem quality. I personally really prefer milky aqua to faceted aquamarine because I feel like the milky aqua really gives you the true aqua color. You can really see that beautiful, soft, it's a very serene color. I think it really encourages serenity, very soothing and calming to the eyes. I look at that, I feel relaxed. It's a soft, kind of a subtle green with blue. Let me tell you about Argento Nuovo real quickly. Here's why you want to invest in this and why this dollar amount is a steal for this. We're talking precious metal sterling silver. We are talking about genuine natural of origin stone. And how about silver beads that aren't going to dent? It's funny, I was looking through my jewelry box not long ago, and when I was in college, my mother bought me one of those bead necklaces in gold, that had all the different size beads. Well, now, all these years later, it's a big dented mess. I mean, I'm hanging on to it for sentimental reasons, but the fact of the matter is, it is so dented and beat up, I should sell it for the gold, really. But my mom gave it to me, and I just can't do it. Here's the deal. Beads like this are usually hollow, which means you drop them, you set them down the wrong way, you plop it down into your jewelry box, you take it off at work and put it in your purse, it gets banged around and it gets dented. Not Argento Nuovo. Argento Nuovo is this process where they actually take a resin bead and then they cover the outside of it, they form the sterling silver over it. So everything that you're touching here is sterling silver. This is all sterling silver. It's just going to have a resin core. Why do you care about that? Because of this. Okay, now look. Look at every single one of those beads. You can come in as close as you want. Not a dent, no damage, no problem. No, I mean, you know, I can't crush them because they have a core. I have those beautiful genuine stones in between. I'm not going to have to worry about this necklace becoming something that goes by the wayside the first time that I wear it the wrong way and set it down too hard. You have something on the core of those beads that's going to keep the outer structure looking its absolute best. So $89 for the necklace? $79 or $89 depending on the length that you choose. Great values for the bracelets and magnetic clasps. So super easy to take on, super easy to put on, I should say, and take off. You don't have to worry about even seeing what you're doing. You just put it on and you're good to go. The only thing you have to choose here besides necklace or bracelet is what color you want. Do you love that milky aqua, that beautiful, it looks so pretty against the cream blouse that you see Angela wearing, because I think it really shows that color. It is a milky color, so that, you know, there's a little bit of translucency to it, but it's that super soft, pretty green, just gorgeous. A lot of you love lapis, so how beautiful to be able to get all of those lapis beads. And by the way that necklace is created, notice how you have bigger beads in the front, and then it tapers into smaller beads in the back, so it's more comfortable for wearing. Great item. For the money, that's one of the best deals of the day. It's all the silver, all the gemstone, magnetic closure, not gonna dent, so you can count on it being there for a long time, and it's made in Italy. I mean, pretty good. J290933 is your item number. So don't forget, we've sold out of our one-time only and our hoop earrings. Here's the other one-time only I have available for you in this show. This stunning, status, gorgeous, looks so designer, looks so much more expensive than the $259 price tag would suggest. J290149 is your item number. Quarter carat total weight of your diamonds there for $64.75. So in less than 15 minutes, it's our first ever skinny tees, today's special value. When we've done skinny tees before, it's usually been one tank and then one camisole, but we heard what you all said, you really love just the tanks. They're my favorites too. So you get two tanks. These are a one size fits most in black and white, in blush and nude, navy and red, rose and melon, or aqua and mint. You're gonna get two of those for $29.94. Believe me, you should try them. If nothing else, try the black and white. They're fabulous. I'm gonna be ordering a few sets myself, and that is skinny tees. All right, well, all throughout the show, I've mentioned over and over again that we have a gorgeous watch to share with all of you. This is a watch you have not seen all day long, and it is from our ultra-fine silver collection. This is item number J292838. This has a retail value, I don't know if you saw that on your screen, of $600. And yet we have it at $299.88, and we have it on 4 payments of Easy Pay. This is a gorgeous, bold, high-polished, ultra-fine silver watch. The bracelet is all ultra-fine. The case, they've kind of beefed it up a little bit, ultra-fine. Beautiful oval shape, still giving you a bold look, but I think a little more refined, a little more ladylike. Genuine mother of pearl face with beautiful iridescent qualities. Love those big oversized Roman numerals. I mean, that's the look of a face of a watch that can cost $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 when you see that kind of a look. I love that we did this for you here. You have the ability to remove links in terms of the actual bracelet of the watch. So let me just take this off and show you what I mean. So you're going to have some of these removable style links here. So you can just take these out, unfasten them, and then make it fit properly to you. And if you still need to make it a little bit smaller, you can certainly take it to a jeweler and they can remove those links for you as well. Let's talk about the benefit of ultrafine silver. Well, it's more refined and it's more elegant and it's more pure silver. You have more value here, frankly, than a sterling silver watch because there's more pure silver in the making of this than if we were to make the exact same watch in sterling silver. Remember, sterling silver is 925 parts pure silver, 75 parts other alloys. Those other alloys are necessary because silver is a very soft metal, so you need the other alloys to be blended in to give silver strength. Ultrafine silver, masters, they came up with their own recipe and they were able to increase the amount of pure silver to 950 parts. So more pure silver. And when they created their recipe of other alloys to give this metal strength and durability, they were able to take out the nickel. Well, it's the nickel for a lot of people that turns their wrists black, why they have sensitivities. And so here you have this beautiful metal that is so shiny, so bright, so brilliant, nickel-free, so no worries with sensitivity, more tarnish resistant. This is all made in Italy. It's a beautiful Swiss quartz movement. So we have Swiss parts here. Just absolutely a stunning timepiece to own. Love the styling of it, love the look of it. I mean, if you're somebody who really wants a beautiful silver watch, you want something very refined, you want something very, you know, no pun intended, timeless, that's exactly what you're getting with this piece. This is for those of you who, if you had the money, you would go and you would invest $5,000 in a great watch because you realize it's something you'd wear all of the time and it's worth it to you, but your budget doesn't allow it. So I would send you here. You'll have this watch in 10 years and you're not going to be tired of it. You'll have this watch in 15 years and it's still going to look relevant. You're going to have this watch day in and day out, all seasons of the year, regardless of what fashion dictates. It's never going to be too big and it's never going to be too small. And you're always going to have something of value because you have this gorgeous, smooth, polished panther link that's been created in this bracelet design. Love the mother of pearl face here. Again, it gives it just a very subtle iridescence. I also love, you know, we don't have the ultrafine name anywhere on this watch. You know, we didn't emblazon it with any crazy logo. We kept it very simple. I think simple and elegant and understated is always the better road, in my opinion. I don't believe, you know, that when you enter a room, it's all about your watch and your bag. I'm just not that way. I'm a little more quiet. I'm very lucky to have some nice things, but I don't need to show it off. And if somebody's going to judge me on those things, well, let them judge me. My hope would be that they would really get to know me first. But I still like to know that as I'm entering a room, at least I feel confident in the things that I'm wearing. And this is absolutely one of those things that I think you can be proud to wear. This is a watch I would consider giving to someone as a graduation gift. This is a watch that I would consider giving to your mom for Mother's Day. This is a watch that if you are shopping with us today and you're buying silver bracelets and you're buying silver earrings and you're buying silver necklaces, don't throw it all off with like some colorful band watch that has a gold face. It's not going to work. You're going to need to have that silver watch at some point, and this is one of those pieces for the money, for the investment. I wish you could feel how heavy this is. You know, we didn't do an open link. We kept it all high polished panther. Panther links are what you see on Cartier watches. Panther links are what you see on Rolex watches. We wanted to give you that high-end look and feel so that you really had an investment timepiece here that you were proud of and that you realized tied in just beautifully to those same other couture brands. We're going to go to our phones. Annette is calling in from Florida. Hi, Annette. How are you?
Hi, Jill. It's a pleasure. I'm doing well.
Nice to meet you, Annette. Did you find some new things today?
Yes, I was able to purchase this lovely mother of pearl panther lace bracelet watch.
So
it's
glad.
Gorgeous.
It's beautiful. So much better in person, Annette. I mean, I'm thrilled you like it on the television, but that makes me feel so happy that when you get this at home and open the box, you'll be blown away.
Well, it's very beautiful, and I think you're a great show host.
Oh, thank you.
And it's such a pleasure to say hi.
Oh, well, it's my pleasure, Annette. I love having the company. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, enjoy the watch. We should have it to you in just about a week's time.
Okay, thank you,
Alrighty.
and have a great night.
Oh, you do the same. Good night.
Thank you. Night.
So here's what you need to know. You're going to be able to remove a couple of different links out of this watch. So let me just see if they give me that information. This can actually be at its smallest 6 1/4. It can be 7, and it can be 7.5 inches. So that's pretty good. I want you to know if you normally wear an 8-inch bracelet, chances are you're taking a 7.5-inch watch. Remember, a watch is going to be more fitted than a bracelet's going to be. If you like the curb link bracelet I have on, by the way, that was our hot pick from Vicenza Silver. So you can take out some of these links. You can always take it to a jeweler to make it a little bit smaller. We do not have a lot of these watches that we can ship out right away. In fact, there's only about 800 left that we can ship out right away, and then the rest will be going to advanced orders. It's an investment watch for sure, but remember, you're getting more than you would get in a sterling silver watch. You're getting more pure metal. You're getting ultrafine silver, 950 parts pure silver, nickel free, made in Italy. The retail value for this watch is $600. Our sale price is, half of that. So, that's one of the reasons why a day like today is such a great day to shop for these investment pieces, because what I do know is if we have any of these watches left after today, we'll keep that sale price in effect until midnight on Saturday night heading into Sunday. But then after that, this watch will be in the 300s here at QVC. When you can save a little bit of money and we have the easy pay that goes along with it, absolutely take advantage of that. This is made in Italy. A couple other things that I think are important here. This is a Swiss parts movement, so quality timepiece. This is made for us by the same manufacturer that does our Vicenza line of Italian gold watches for all of you. The same manufacturer that's making the Bronzo Italia watches that so many of you love. So, you're really getting great quality there. Water resistant to 3 atmospheres. So you can wear this watch, and if you do the dishes and it gets splashed, no big deal. If you reach over to feel the temperature of the bath water for your kids and it gets a little water on it, no problem. If you're out by the pool and the dog comes over and decides to shake off all of its dampness after swimming laps on you, it's not going to ruin the watch. So I think that's something key to know. We have a mineral crystal here. That's important. That's a scratch resistant type of a crystal so that this watch case and face is always going to be protected. You can see how they built up the case so nicely, how you have the solidness. Look how thick all of those links are. So those are solid through and through. Really beautiful craftsmanship. And I think you can kind of see too, there's such a refinement to the polish that the ultrafine silver has. We started our show with that ultrafine silver beaded heart bracelet. That would be beautiful layered next to that. I really love the kind of high-low contrast of this Vicenza silver bracelet, our hot pick. We have that for you in a rose and a yellow as well. But then I love seeing it with the high polish that you're seeing there with our watch. So beautiful design, beautiful look, timeless classic, forever. This is a watch where maybe it stings a little bit because you're like, oh, I don't really know if I've got the $300 to do this right now. I just paid off my holiday bills. Taxes are going to be due soon. Oh, but I really love it. I know it's a great price. Get it at home and wear it, and I'll tell you, after the second week, you're going to think to yourself, why did I even question it? It looks so great. It's better than I could have imagined. I feel so good when I put it on. For a lot of you, I'm in this category. A watch is sometimes the only piece of jewelry you may wear. That's how I am. I try to always have on a pair of earrings, and I always have minimum on a watch. And so for me, it's worth it to spend a little bit more on a watch because it's something I am going to be wearing without fail. Casual, dressed up, work, play, vacation, business travel, I'm always in a watch. I like knowing what time it is. This is a great investment piece for all of you. It's only the 3rd ultrafine silver watch we've ever done in the history of the ultrafine brand here at QVC. Stay on the line if you're dialing in. 4 payments of Easy Pay, J292838. Remember, one size is going to fit most, so take advantage of the opportunity. able to pick this up, use that sale price, and enjoy a new watch coming your way. Well, I'm not going to say that wraps up our event. It just wraps it up for tonight. Those sale prices are available on QVC.com all the way through until the end of the day Saturday, and the last 2 hours of the day Saturday from 10 until midnight, I'll be back with you for our encore finale of the Big Bonanza Silver event, and you'll see tons of brand new in those 2 hours that we did not feature here. So look forward to seeing you then. Actually, I'm going to be hanging out with Amy Strand tomorrow night, I think during Friday Night Beauty, right, Amy?
Yes,
We've
ma'am.
never done that before, but right now, a 2-hour inspired style featuring skinny tees. Here's Amy Strand to tell you more. Good night, everybody.
Thank you, Jill. I'll see you tomorrow night. So lots of big events happening this week at QVC, and this is one of them. The first ever 2-hour inspired style. And we're starting early. We're starting at midnight. Feels good. I'm wide awake. So let me tell you what is going to happen for the first time. Well, we're going to go live to LA during tonight's show and hang out with Courtney Kaysen and Lori Goldstein. There's also new products. There's our favorite designers, and we've got our ladies with us tonight. Even Juliana's going to join us. That's how big the show is. We had to get another gal. And then Kate's going to run the 2-hour chat. You can find it on my Facebook page, Amy Strand QVC. So now, we always have great clothes in the show and great accessories, but when we show you our cover story, that's AKA for today's special value in the show, and we've never had the privilege of giving you the very first look at the hottest item of the day until now. What are we starting with? Well, what we call smoothing, where it's time for our today's special value.
Next couple of hours, if you love sterling silver jewelry, this is also a great way for you to see.
With that opportunity of peace of mind, it's E22-5939. Stay on the phone lines. Or if you're online on QVC.com and you put it into your basket, that's how you do it. Otherwise, that's pretty much it for our one-time only value.
Exciting day, exciting offer. Thank you so much.
We're going to have to do this again. Are you kidding me?
I think so.
I think so. Nate,
I do. Always a pleasure.
good to see you.
Thank you so
ready
much.
to go? Well, wow, what a way. That means we get to start the Big Bonanza Silver Finale a few minutes early since we sold this out. Jill, I had to put the necklace on too. It's gorgeous.
Thanks, Jackie. Yeah, we're really excited about what we have in store for you. For those of you who've been watching QVC for a long time, you know that March 1st is when we traditionally bring you our Big Bonanza Silver event. Well, this year we started it a little early, started on Thursday. There have been special event prices going on QVC.com all for the last couple of days. It all ends tonight. It all ends tonight at midnight. This is our encore finale, and here's what's really exciting. Most of the items that you're likely going to see